Hello everybody, it is Alan Knight, it is Brony time, and welcome to Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigations Collection. This game just released, I believe about 30 minutes ago, and I have downloaded it, and here I am with my first episode for the series. I'm recording this very late at night from an empty apartment. I am moving, and unfortunately that means I will not have access to the internet for a few, 3, maybe 4 days after the move, which means I may be able to record, maybe, possibly, but I won't be able to upload until I get access to internet. So I just wanted to sit down. I have to be in work at 10 tomorrow, but I really wanted to spend this last little bit of time getting into this first episode, getting it out to you guys, and giving it a bit of a test run. Now, I have done some testing of recordings before this, and I didn't have any too major performance issues recording-wise. So I think we're going to be pretty good for the foreseeable future for this one. But we will see. Let's get right into the game, and I'm going to be 100% transparent. I am not blind for the first 2 cases of this game. I have seen them in a Let's Play format before, so I'm just seeing like that. I kind of know what happens, but after that, I'm completely blind all the way through the end of Investigations 2. So, without further ado, let's get right into the game. I will be playing with the chibi artwork. One of the great things about this game is it gives you the option to play with the chibi style or the pixelated style. So you can choose if you want, you know, the original look versus the new look, which the other games didn't have that. They were just the HD remasters. But now that that's out of the way, let's get right in. I'm super excited. Turnabout Visitor. Let's go. I guess they're not cases, they're episodes. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. And in traditional Ace Attorney fashion, we see who the killer is. At least in the first 2 cases. It's hard to leave. I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. This is the first time you guys are hearing my Edgeworth voice. I haven't yet gone through the original trilogy with you guys. I will be, eventually. The door's unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? What the? What's the meaning of this? Freeze. Identify yourself. Shut up. You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. As typical. Man, they're HD glow-ups. Some people really don't like them. I kinda do. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. You're doing a great job, buddy. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumption. He's a detective with the local precinct. The one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... Doc, look what they did to your office. It's totally trashed. I'll say the culprits sully my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa, sounds like you're really getting burned up over the whole thing. The crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to the office? What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? By finding connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. Logic doesn't care about your feelings. So, how do you use it? First, I recall the information we gathered with Q, and then I connect them together with T. Now to use Q and recall the facts. Ooh, fancy. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Wow, very novel a concept, Miles. I bet it took a lot of smarts to figure that one out. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my group. What was the killer after? You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to the conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir. My prosecutor's office, room 1202. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that, and when I want to examine something, I simply use space when I'm next to it. Oh, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use T, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Ooh, interesting. What have we here? Would this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of the gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know! I was issued the exact same model. I think. Detective... I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies. So that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Okie dokie, so we have a revolver. I think we should examine the body next. Oh, no, sorry. Wrong button. New game. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Get ready to see that line a lot. So first off, let's check this out. What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen this one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh hey, I have the exact same thing actually. What a coinky-dink. Let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that a victim was a detective, just like you. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. How to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. Jeez, that's hard to say. Looks like the bullet passed through his stomach area, sir. In other words, he was shot. Yup, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Are you going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course, this is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press E to open my organizer. But the organizer is only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. I don't believe it! I packed those files on these shelves so tight! That's not an earthquake could make them fall off, but just... Oh, that not even an earthquake could make them fall off, but just look at them! this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. A problem, to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Okay, so I can't do anything with that yet. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. That thing looks like a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir? Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think you can afford to take any time off. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolutes. Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. Alright, let's go ahead and do some connections here. Victim was a detective, and the revolver. Both of these should connect. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got here? Sedgwick, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. As always, you gotta look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use up, down, right, left to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use Q and E to zoom in and out to get at the nitty-gritty. Well, one thing I do see that captures my interest is that. Wait, can I even... Oh, I zoom out. I need to zoom in. Oh, that... Oh, I thought that was something that's just It looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the victim with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. Interesting. I won't trust Targ's a very suspicious looking nook and cranny. Mr. Face Holster, I bet he never thought he'd be killed by his own gun. Yeah, shot down by the very thing that's supposed to protect the people. I just can't get over it, sir. It's not right. We're gonna get the killer for this. Maybe it's because the victim is a fellow detective. For a second, you sound even more detective-like than usual. Your file's all over the floor, sir. It probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Aw, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all that time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just had it cleaned into the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? I guess it's about all we're going to find out. Just send the body to the... Jim! Oh god, this guy. Oh, it's Mr. Dude Bro. I love Mr. Dude Bro. Why? Oh, why? How could this have happened to... Sorry, I'm doing gumshoe. Why? Oh, why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body! Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. I'm sure. Just in blood-stained soup, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime, busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. Yeah, I guess this is your office? Yes, that is correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim! Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it's you then. You're Jim's killer. No, wait, pal, you've got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Is it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right. My mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there, sir. I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. I should probably give them some space. Interesting. Okay, so I think now we can finally examine this. Ah, your jacket, sir! What's it doing on the floor? Must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only oh, sorry, God. Why do I keep wanting to make Gumshoe Portsman and Portsman Gumshoe? So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra-special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. And if any of you played the original trilogy, you'd be very familiar with this outfit. It's not worth getting worked up over, detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I take it you haven't noticed yet, detective. There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. Starting to sound like him. But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. The bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press T with conviction. And when I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things.
Eureka!
This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. My dear Gumshoe, 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim, and the second felled this frame. Hey, that's right. However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. Which means that the one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Ah, that. It's a secret safe. A secret safe? Oh, I smell money. I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Talk about dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd kept it clean for you, sir. So, when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I'd installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to support especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Now this is odd. You found something, sir? This keypad, don't you find it a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. As I thought, it appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. And the white fingerprints. I believe I figured out what the murder was after. Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I wonder if knowing that motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other piece of information can tell me about this crime. Maybe he was trying to prevent them from taking something. There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm gonna show files like you've never seen before, even at a library. Sure. Let's give it a try. Why do all the good ones die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to the rightful place. You got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here, and that book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go. Started being Mr. Edgeworth's office, because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done. It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here. The bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. And then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. But you know I'm no good with blood, sir. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. And we will find out that picture next time on Investigations. Yes, that's right, we're here at the end of the first episode. So far, so good. Once again, I pretty much know what we're looking for. But, you know, I am enjoying the upgrade that they've given to the game so far. I don't really mind it. So, I will see you all next time. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to anytime for more content, and especially more Miles Edgeworth investigations. Also, make sure to share this video far and wide so we can get as many eyes on it as possible. I will see you all in probably a week, whenever I have internet again. But, yeah. See you next time.